You guys, it's happened. I finished A Court of Mist and Fury, and my life will never be the same. So today I will be recreating the iconic Feyre look from chapter, I don't know, whenever they go to the Court of Nightmares, from chapter 41. So immediately whenever I read that part, I knew I wanted to try it out for myself because I'm recreating the look that Mor does for Feyre whenever she's going into the Court of Nightmares and she has to look kind of scary. Quick description of the makeup look before we get into it. She darkened and lengthened my eyelashes, sweeping out an elegant, vicious line of kohl at the outer corner of each. My lips she'd painted blood red. It is the only makeup look that she's talked about in any kind of detail. I had to seize this opportunity because if there's anything I want in my life, it's to be Feyre. But yeah, so without further ado, if you want to see me strongly attempt to do Feyre's makeup for the Court of Nightmares, just keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna start out just like every other day and do moisturizer. I really feel like I just need to talk about this book. First of all, can we just take a moment of silence for Rhysand? I know it's Rhysand, but for some reason, whenever I read it, like in my head, whenever she says R-H-Y-S, I read it as Rhys, but whenever she says the full name, I read it as Rhysand. I just like that better. And I know it literally makes no sense, but that's just the way it is for me. And I think that's the way it's always gonna be, so I'm sorry. But anyways, I have never in my life read about a more perfect, like, dude. I've always liked the darker characters as far as like love interests go. You know, I love enemies to lovers. I love mysterious, you know, dark, brooding kind of bad boy. But they usually always come with like a whole lot of like toxic traits, which like is understandable if you're looking at that kind of character, right? The thing about Rhysand that's so awesome is that he literally is not only like mysterious, bad, like dark, presence, like he literally is the High Lord of the Night Court. It doesn't get much darker than that. But that's just what he shows to the rest of the world, and it's not actually what he's like. I'm having a hard time describing it. That's how incredible it is, because he's also our feminist king, you know what I mean, which we love. He cares about human rights, which is important. And you know what? Everything I'm saying is quite literally the bare minimum. I haven't even gotten to like something that's shouldn't be the bare minimum, but you see what we're dealing with these days. Not to mention that he's like super hot and powerful. Anyways, moral of the story is he just loves Feyre so much, and it honestly made me take a look at my life and be like, okay, I feel like I might be letting my standards drop a little bit. This book has made my standards of men go up. And if you know me, then you're probably like, please no. Like, how is that even possible they could go up? They could, and they did. I don't really have a choice. Like, I don't raise my standards by choice. They raise themselves. They have a mind of their own, and I have no hand in the matter. Like, it's just what they did. And it's all because of Rhysand, period. Nothing else to say about it. Also, I would like to start a Tamlin hate club, if anybody's interested in joining. There's nothing worse than hatred towards a character that you once really liked. You know what I'm saying? The pain of Tamlin it really wasn't too bad, because honestly, and I mean this from the bottom of my soul, as soon as Rhysand was introduced in the first book, as soon as they introduced him as like darkness, I was like, okay, I'm sold. You got me there. Like, it's honestly a sickness. Like, maybe I should talk to somebody about that. But I didn't mind Tamlin. I had no problem with Tamlin, really. Well, I don't want to say no problem. I had a few problems, but you know, I didn't hate him. I just thought he was just kind of like stupid at first. When I tell you chapter 64, my jaw dropped to the GD floor. I had to close the book, open it, reread the sentence, and make sure I was reading it right. Closed it again, open it up one more time, just because I was sure I was reading it wrong and making it up, and then close it again and just take a second, because I could not believe that Tamlin had done that. How could he do that? Like, I knew he was kind of stupid, and I knew he had no backbone. No, whenever I found out he was working for King Hybern, all you need to know is that I'm starting a Tamlin hate club. You can join, and we hate on Ianth too, which she sucks so much. We're gonna talk about who I hate, who I love, and who is walking on thin ice. We'll start with who I hate. So obviously we know Tamlin, I hate him. I hate Ianth. I'm trying to think of like not the obvious people, like obviously I hate the king, or the freaking queens. Bunch of idiots, man. Like I try to sympathize with them because like they don't know who to trust, but like at first. But then I was like, no, you guys are just freaking evil. And when they got freaking Valeris ransacked, that made me so mad. They're probably all gonna die, honestly. There's no way they can live after that. Anyway, so now that we've talked about people I hate, I can move on to the people that you know what, I could like, but they don't get their act together. So the people that are on thin ice with me right now, that I'm this close to hating and putting them in my hate club, is Lucien. Freaking Lucien, bro. I loved him so much in the first book. I understand that Tamlin's his best friend, but you know what? You gotta have some morals. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a backbone. Somebody's gonna do something. If not you, then who? You know what I mean? And that leads me to the next people that are on thin ice with me, and that's Feyre's sisters. Obviously, I see room for growth, and I'm really hoping, because I would love that. Only time will tell. So, oh, what was that guy from the Summer Court? Tarquin? It's not that he's on thin ice. I mean, he is. The only reason he's in my thin ice category is because he sent those blood rubies. I like Tarquin. I just, you know, I'm wary of what will happen. I think it'll all end up okay, hopefully, because I think that he's actually a good person and he sees reason. So I don't think we're gonna have to worry too much about him, but you can't let your guard down with these people. Okay, so now we're moving on to people that I love. Obviously, the entire Night Court. There is nothing I love more. Like, I didn't even think I was gonna find it in this book, so I was very pleasantly surprised. But a ragtag group of misfit toys. I mean, they're all like super powerful and stuff like that, but they all have their own issues and like had their hard upbringings, and they all came together and they love each other so much, and they're the best friends ever. They care about each other and they literally die for each other, and it's just, honestly, I found myself smiling so much reading the parts about them. Like, I just love them so much. It was obviously, I told you I love Feyre, I love Rhys. Is there anyone else to love? Right now it's really just the Night Court, I'm gonna be honest. Everybody else, everyone else is So I decided I'm gonna use a eyeliner pencil, which I never do. I normally just do liquid eyeliner, but I think this one needs to be smudged out. Are we in agreement on that? I think that's what more would have done. And I feel like we're good friends now. So I have a fun story. So when I finished the Court of Thorns and Roses, I was so obsessed. I had like started A Court of Mist and Fury, and I became even more obsessed, right? So I was like, I need merch. And I found this necklace. It's just a little tiny silver circle, and it has mountain, like an outline of a mountain, and then the three like stars above it, and it said it was for the Night Court. So I was like, okay, let me just order this necklace, and I'll probably figure out what it means later, and like hopefully I like the meaning. Right when I read what it was, I freaked out. It's Rhysand's tattoo. Sorry, you know that. I will put the Etsy link in my description in case, you know, you want to be twins. Also, I've heard rumors, And I don't know if this is true, but I've heard rumors that they're turning this into a movie. I wonder who they would make Rhysand. I feel like it's hard because you always imagine the characters one way, and if they do somebody that's like complete opposite from what you imagine, then it warps your perception, and then that's how you always see the characters from then on out. So part of me doesn't even want them to do a movie, you know? A book I would like them to do a movie for is The Cruel Prince, though. If they did Timothée Chalamet's Cardan, it would be perfect. And I will not take any criticisms. Normally, I always imagine Harry Styles as I've already mentioned that before. Like, I don't even do it on purpose. I literally don't. Like, Rhysand is Harry to me. You can't even judge me because if she said it in A Court of Thorns and Roses, she was like, he's the most beautiful man I've ever seen. Where is my mind supposed to go? What am I supposed to do with that information? My mind, subconsciously, is gonna go to the most beautiful man I've ever seen. Okay? So, okay. Now I'm gonna do mascara, and I guess we're gonna do the lips. My lips, she painted blood red. Wow. We've got blood red today, people. I don't normally wear a red lip. I love a red lip. I think it looks really good on a lot of people. Shout out to Taylor Swift. So far, so good. So far, so good, people. Ooh. Not so good anymore. Okay, hold on. I think I need lashes. I think that's what needs to happen, is I need lashes. So I'm gonna get them and I'm gonna put them on, and then we're going to go from there. It's definitely serving me very much Harley Quinn. I'm wearing Lashes in Wonderland from their Little Mermaid collection. Look at this packaging. Look at the back. Lashes in Wonderland. Best lashes ever. I've also got glitter. I'm wondering if that will make it look like very night court, like stars. Like, I think I'm just gonna kind of go for it. I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna try to do some kind of braid thing, and then we're gonna regroup. I mean, is this serving Court of Nightmares? Is it? Kind of. You know what? Honestly, the more that I look at it, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I did a pretty good job. I don't really know what I was expecting. The makeup is supposed to be dark. She's literally in the Court of Nightmares. So I'm going to stop hating on my skills, and I'm going to appreciate that this looks pretty dang good. And I can't help if I'm pale as a ghost. I literally put bronzer all over my face. Like, what else am I going to do? I did my best. And honestly, at the end of the day, that is the best. Wait. Rhysand? So this is the completed Court of Nightmares makeup look, inspired by what Feyre wore. If you like this video, read A Court of Mist and Fury because it was so good. If you haven't read A Court of Thorns and Roses, then obviously read that first. But if you didn't, then you just got all the spoilers. So thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next book-related video. I probably won't be doing makeup. Bye, ciao. Love you, see you.